Lexington's Funniest Person contest, and he went to big cities with some of the other people in that contest like me. We went to, what, Paris? Kentucky though, not France. We going to Lancaster? You don't even know how to say it, right? You haven't even been exposed to the world yet, son. He said Lancaster, that's not how the people say it. We're going to Lancaster. You got it? All right, we're learning. All right. But he's funny. He's gonna bring the house down. Everybody give it up for Mr. David Williams.
Natasha's good up for Joe Deuce. Joe's the man. As Joe pointed out, he did beat me in the Lexington Funniest Person contest. My girlfriend was there watching us, and I said, "Hey, baby, how'd I do?" She said, "You did good, you did great." I said, "Well, what'd you think about Joe?" She says, "Joe's just a different kind of funny." I was like, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, don't worry about Joe. Joe's a different kind of funny." I said, "Oh, just like your sister's a different kind of pretty." Okay, yeah, I got it. She didn't like it very much. But anyway, guys, give it up for Joe. Joe, I actually went to school with Joe. Sat next to him in a class. I used to copy off his homework. I remember I said, "Hey Joe, what'd you get for number 6? He said, "David, number 6, I got George Washington." I said, "George Washington? Joe, you know this is a math class, right?" I'm not sure that George Washington would be the best answer to this equation. But then again, I'm high, so I really don't know. Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I actually dropped out of school in the 7th grade. I don't know what's more embarrassing, the fact that I dropped out of school in the 7th grade, or the fact that I was old enough to drop out of school in the 7th grade. Yeah, it's true. But guys, the ladies love me because I was the only 7th grader driving home to school. There's nothing to brag about. You should have seen it. I drove a 1999 Chevrolet S10. I was horrible. The tail lights were out. The headlights were out. The only lights that worked were the check engine light. Oh, it gets better. And you had to get in on the passenger side. Try getting pulled over by the police. Sir, Mr. Williams, we're going to need you to get out of the vehicle. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Got it. Oh, it's horrible. But anyway, guys, I'm happy to be here tonight. When I found out that I was going to be performing at Natasha's, I went out and got this outfit. Right? Yeah, hey, good for you guys. Went out and got my shoes, got my pants, got my shirt, got my receipt so I can take that shit back. It's called balling on a budget. I've been doing it since 1989. Guys, my mom taught me how to ball on a budget. This woman would make me try on clothes at a yard sale. Oh, and shoes were the worst. She'd be like, "Where's your big toe, David? Where's your big toe? Where's your big toe? Walk around in them, walk around in them. I'm not going to pay 35 cents for you to wear those one time, okay?" Like, "Okay, Mom, I like them. We can get them." My mom, I grew up by a single mom. She actually taught me how to shave. Any of you fellas in here ever been taught how to shave by your mom? Well, I don't know if you guys can see from there, but I actually cut myself shaving today. Yeah. I cut myself right here, all the way through here. Oh, that was a mess. But I gotta get it up for my mom. My mom actually taught me to be a simple man. And you know you're a simple man when you celebrate every lifetime achievement at the local Golden Corral. Right? We celebrate everything at Golden Corral. Birthdays, weddings, graduations, divorce. Uncle Rick keeps the house, we're going to Golden Corral. And guys, my dad's the worst. He's such a cheapskate. I remember every time he'd take me to Golden Corral, he said, "David, you're 12. I was 12 till I was 18. But, father like son, I took my dad out to Golden Corral for his 45th birthday. I said, "Dad, you're 65. He said, "That's my boy." Well, guys, let me be real with you. My dad has always supported me in everything that I've ever wanted to do that he likes. For example, it's like, Dad, I'm going to be at Natasha's. And he's like, oh, son, I can't wait. I'm going to be in the front row cheering you on. It's going to be awesome. I said, Dad, it costs $7. He said, we had a nice run, son. You'll do fine. You'll do great. Call me and let me know how it goes. After 9, that's when my minutes are free. Guys, I'm not lying. I remember back when I was a kid, my dad would call me, 1-800-COLLECT. Y'all remember that? 1-800-COLLECT, save a buck or two? I'll go like this. I get a phone call. Hello, you have a collect call from David. It's your dad. I'm not going to be able to pick you up this weekend. Don't accept the charges to the phone call. Do you accept the charges to this phone call? Yes or no? My mom would be like, David, who was that? I'm like, Mom, it's Dad. He's not coming this weekend. She'd be like, oh, great, whatever. And my dad, he's a big-time Christian. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I respect that. I remember one time I was at his apartment down in Richmond, Kentucky, and Bill Mack's on the Weather Channel. And he's like, everybody seek shelter. There's a tornado coming. F5, everybody's going to die. I'm looking at Dad. I'm like, Dad, what are we going to do? He said, son, Jesus is telling me that everybody goes when they're supposed to go. I said, well, Dad, Jesus telling me, get the hell in the closet, man. Jesus telling me, take some blankets and put it over our heads for protection, Dad. Jesus telling me to get the hell to Golden Corral. Okay? Right? It's rib night. But guys, God is good. God has introduced me to someone very special in my life. It's a girl. And I'm actually getting married. Give it up to me! I go grab. My friends and family told me that I would know when the time was right to finally seal the deal. Well, the pregnancy test says it's time. So we're going to go ahead and get that ball rolling. The cutest thing about it is my fiance actually proposed to me. She proposed, I get my ass a job if I'm going to take care of the baby. So if anybody here knows anybody hiring and can give me a ride every day to my home in Paris, that would be sweet. A little bit about my fiance. Her name's Katie. She's Asian. I want you to take every Asian stereotype you've ever heard and put them together, because that, my friends, is Katie. Katie's about 4'5", 75 pounds. Every time I take Katie out, she's mistaken for my adopted son. Every time we go to the bank, they give her a free sucker. I'm like, come on, guys, that's my fiance. That's not my child. But I mean, I'll be real with you. I can see why they get her confused, because Katie has no boobies. The whole time we're having sex, I'm playing with mine. Natasha, did I mention I'm a freak? Anyways, guys, I'll be honest with you, I suck in the bedroom. I always finish before she finishes.
Oh my.
Taking her clothes off. That's the reason I don't do threesomes. That's 2 girls I have to apologize to. That's just too many. Actually, Katie told me a little bit about herself. She told me she was financially secure for the rest of her life. It was at that minute I was like, man, this bitch could be the one, man. She told me that her dad had passed down to her $253,000 and 22 acres of land down in Denver, Colorado. The only thing my dad ever passed down to me was his old Playboy collection and carpal tunnel. Yeah. He's like, here you go, boy. Here's all the Playboys except that one. That one's for me. I said, well, Katie, that's an awful lot of money. Do you care if I ask you what your parents do for a living? She said, of course. My mom's a lawyer, and my dad is the general manager of the Colorado Rockies baseball team. She said, what do your parents do? I said, oh, well, Katie, they're in a very similar field. My dad's a truck driver, and my mom's in jail. She said, oh my God, David, that's horrible. What happened? Do you care if I ask? I said, you know, I don't really like to talk about it. It's kind of embarrassing. But basically, he dropped out of school, got a CDL, and now he's a truck driver. She said, no, David, I'm talking about your mom. Your mom's in jail. I said, oh, drug charges, no big deal. The sad part about that joke is it's true. My dad is a truck driver. And he had all this goals and this ambition to be this big-time college athlete, and he never did it. I said, Dad, why did you give up on your goals? Why did you give up on your dreams? He said, son, the pregnancy test said it was time. Speaking of time, that's my time. Natasha, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Give it up for David Williams. David talked about a lot of stuff that's near and dear to my heart. He talked about getting collect calls. My mom pointed out we used to get those from my brother because he was in jail. And he used to call me all the time and be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, bitch, I'm free. Whatever I want. That's how that works. He had the nerve to tell me on the phone. He was like, yeah, well, they got me, bro, but only God can judge me. I was like, I don't think you know how the judicial system works. He talked about his dad being super Christian. I got a sister who's super Christian. You guys have that one person in your family who you feel like is judging you all the time because they're like real Christian? Try having that as your sister. Even Jesus is like, why can't you be more like your sister? It's terrible. My sister is so saved for Christmas, she got me the Rosetta Stone for speaking in tongues. It was just a bunch of Kirk Franklin albums. It was really weird. And she threw me off. Like, I thought about it. We actually do have some, like, if you go to church, we have like two big factions. Like, we have people who are super saved, like my sister, okay? And by that I mean, you know, like, if you have a Bible cover to match every outfit you wear to church. Guilty, ain't you? See, look. If you only put sheets on your bed because Jesus is your comforter. Super saved. If you ever answered a call from a bill collector and been like, Jesus paid it all, and hung up, you are super saved. If you ever caught the spirit watching the Weather Channel because there was a shift in the atmosphere, you go to black church and you're super saved. There's the other side that's more like me, you know what I'm saying? The ones who people look at us in church and be like, you ain't saved like you say you is. If you ever been in church and you've been like, hey, you gonna eat that during communion? You ain't saved like you say you is. If you've ever given your offering and asked for change back, you ain't saved like you say you is. That's all I'm saying. If you a member of the praise team and the twerk team, you ain't saved like you say you is. If you wore a thong to your baptism, no. There's a couple in here. Look, you heard them? No! We love Jesus. No! That's all I'm saying. A couple of factions in the church. That's all. You guys ready for your next comedian?